a bit on the delay of the update this week, so then I have to decide if I'm going to just skip a week or just be a little bit shorter next week. What the difference is, I guess it'll depend on the market. If we ever get a slow week, I'll skip ahead. Or if there's a lot of movement one way or the other, then a video will come out. Not like that, but there'll usually be one per week. But it's just a little bit late this week. So you see, we have some empty spaces here. I'm going to go ahead and show you that on the MyR app that we have $25, about 70,000 mechs that we can harvest. So we're going to probably just reinvest on. Look at that. So yeah, so we have more than 10 in each. You got to remember that. You have to have more than 10. But they don't show it anymore. So I'm actually going to reinvest all. And then we'll add those numbers into, I'm going to pause this for a second. So once we get this in, see how much we have for our MyR exchange. And then we'll move on to DeFi Kingdom. So we have a lot there to also reinvest as well. We'll get that started. To the garden, harvest. Here. A lot of jewel to claim. Hope everyone's doing well. So this week has been, the market's had a bit of a good turnaround. A lot of Super Bowl ads with crypto, which I guess shows the future, some would say. This is still, yeah, I was gonna sit and wait for it, but it's still going. So move on to DeFi Kingdoms. And actually, I want some, oh no, I don't need any one. We're good. Jewel, oh no, but we're doing one. That was what I was thinking. So we'll do about half. I'll do 4.5. 4.5 into that jewel. Swap. Confirm. So this, I take my dividends or rewards and I'm reinvesting them back into the liquidity pool. And now I'm going to add, I'm going to do a Jewel 1 liquidity pool because I'm bullish on Jewel and 1. Even though the subnets it appears to be for DeFi Kingdom on Avalanche are being created, which is very bullish because, once it drops, especially if Avalanche creates its own subnet so that it can run without being bothered if there's ever a congestion on the main net or other nets, then that's very, very bullish for DeFi Kingdoms. So actually, I'm going to just max and subtract out 15. Let that run. We'll check on this. Okay, so reinvest. Let's get these numbers now. Copy 175.12. Paste 175.12. And then we'll just add our DeFi Kingdom. So it's 610 with everything. All right, so back to DeFi Kingdoms, and I think we've created a liquidity pair. Where are we at? Yeah, we created a liquidity pair, and I'm going to go back to the garden and farm my liquidity pair to earn more reward. See? It's a cycle. And that about half a jewel, I'm going to put that into the bank. Or now is known as the jeweler. Drop that into the jeweler. Didn't work. Pause it. And sometimes that happens. It's something you just have to deal with. It's the nature of, did it happen again? Oh no, it's still pending. I'm like, what the heck was that? All right, now that's gone in. Now we'll go to the jeweler. deposit the rest of this money in. I like the way you can do half now. They're constantly updating this. They have a very strong team, a very strong roadmap. You know, it's been a blessing for anybody who, you know, was seeing the prices at $12, $15, $20, $18 Jewel and be like, oh my God, it's too late for me. Now, all this time you should have been doing nothing but stacking your funds to getting it. None of this is financial advice, medical advice, or anything to be construed besides instructional, not even instructional, just not even entertainment value in that. So what else is going on the map? This is not the beta map, I don't believe. So I'm not even sure if you can even see what's going on in the castles for sale. Okay, still see some land for sale. 12 plots. Still been hovering around in the 30,000s for the low lows. All right, well, let's add this in now. So we will go here to our personal and refresh. And is that the saying Jules going for $7.99 as well? Yep. 99999. So now 3408. We'll add that in here. So not bad, guys. $4,000 for the week. Not bad. Not in the 6,000 range, but we see we creeping back way up back there, and all this other stuff is just kind of collapsed. So, but let's now calculate how much this is for DeFi Kingdoms to see. I'll show you kind of how I go through that. So we take the 3408. Oopsie. 3408 and divide it by 799. And remember, it's not perfect because some of it's in liquidity pairs for 26.53. You know, like I said, some of it's in liquidity pairs and how they match up is going to be different. So you can argue about impermanent launch in that matter, but it's like a little something to look at to see, you know, that you look like our jewel rates are raising over time, which is awesome. You know, you want to see that, let you know that the amount of jewel you have. So that is our check-in for the week. And you know what else you need to check in? You never need to check in because you should always know that. I love you. You love you. God loves us. And that's all that matter. Without DeFi Kingdoms, and now we'll add in how we're doing. Oh my gosh.